Morning, Farmers and Wildcats. Welcome to another wonderful week here at Farmers Middle School. I bring you the morning message for the week of March 8th, 2023. We always begin with our motto of our school and in reflection on how we are doing and what we can do to improve those things around us. Farmers' motto: I am unique, I am pursuing excellence, I am developing, I am a lifelong learner. Together we are Farmsley. Couple shout outs were submitted this week. Shout out from Miss Wilborn to Denasia P, Jaden H, and Jaden J for always participating in math class. Thank you so much. You rock. The following students are being shouted out to Miss Bush for always following directions and completing work on time. Shout out to Avery M, Damian P, Ryan R, Lindsay B, Aiden H, Izzy H, Nathan N, Josie PM, Jaden S, Daphne W, Adeline C, Mason F, Amaya L, Aubrey P, Alita W, Riley W, George G, Graceland H, Erica J, Tall T. And last but not least, Mr. Coombs is shouting out Kevin L and Zion T for staying after class and helping him clean up the room and reorganize. Thank you so much for all you do to help support what we have going on here at Farnsley. I want to step into a new subject. Conflict resolution. What is conflict resolution? Anytime you have a disagreement or a misunderstanding or what have you, maybe you're mad at somebody or you heard something about someone or what have you. But how do you resolve that? Many times people revert to use a solution that's not really a solution. A solution is supposed to actually stop you from being upset and actually give you some closure or answer to something. Many times, and I see this time and time again, someone uses the course of, I'm just going to hit them or I'm just going to fight them or whatever. And that's my resolution. That'll make me feel better. But in essence, I don't know if anyone here has ever hit someone or had a fight and felt like, yeah, that was good. I'm done. That resolved my issues. I don't need to do anymore. Well, actually, you still have hurt feelings after that. And it didn't resolve anything, and actually probably brought up more issues or more conflict. Many times I also see some of the reasons for the conflict are somebody said something bad about me. Okay, how does that make you feel? Is that a good thing or bad thing? I'm gonna be real. This is a sign of maturity. The older you get, the less desire that you even care if anybody says something bad about you. You're like, yeah, and only when that person, the another side of maturity is when that person means something valuable to you, do you react or care what they have to say? If they don't mean or they're not that important to you, shrug your shoulders and move on. People will do things to get a rise out of you, especially those people that tend to get a rise out of everything. They're like, oh, they looked at you funny. Oh, I'm gonna do something. I'm like, all right, people are gonna keep coming to you to letting you know that people did something to you just to get a rise out of you. Step away from that. See how you can mature beyond that and not give a reaction or a rise. Or better yet, do something different. Well, what is something different? Well, you can ask one of your counselors or Coach Scott, Mr. Mo, Miss May, pull them aside. One of your behavior coaches, you name it. I got an issue with somebody. I'd like to talk to them about it. Absolutely. What happens in those talking outs? Well, you sit down and you share out what you heard. You share out how you feel about it. You share out what it meant to you, if it meant anything or what have you, and say, look here, I don't like hearing stuff that you said about me. Oh, well, I didn't mean anything about it, or I didn't say anything about you. Actually, I think this person's lying, just trying to get us upset with each other so that they can see a show. Many of us know exactly what that is, and people just, he said, she said, just to get a show or what have you. Or maybe you don't want to talk to them about it, or maybe you just want to express your feelings somewhere. You're welcome to talk to a counselor by yourself. Perhaps you want to journal and figure out what else is going on and had that you want to write down your feelings or what have you. But don't let it don't let it get the best of you. Seek help if you need the help and move beyond it. That's the best thing. So we are available and willing to work with you, but know this, striking is never an answer. Doesn't resolve anything. It actually makes you more upset and it probably messed up your pretty face. So think about those things. Let's come up with a better solution to things than putting our hands on each other. Speaking of putting your hands on each other, sometimes you horseplay. So I see a lot of students throughout the building horse playing. Oh, this is how we hang out. That we're friends. We hang out this way at school, and it's no big deal. This is what we do. Well, the problem with that is at home, and I've shared this with a couple of students in your neighborhood or at home or whatever, you probably play around with maybe 3, 4, 10 people at best. Do you play around with 350 people? Imagine if 350 people were horse playing. What would that look like? Oh, that would be dangerous, very dangerous, because someone's going to go too far. Somebody's going to get bumped that they weren't expecting, and then it's going to turn into a more physical aggression, such as a fight. So that's why we stress to you no horse playing in school. It's not a place for school. Reserve that if that's okay with your family or what have you at home, not here at school because it always turns into something bigger. And because we have such a larger population. Imagine that, okay? There's 350 students per grade level. Keep mindful of that, okay? A couple things that we have going on this week. We had an unexpected snow day on Monday. I'm sure it'll be made up sometime at late May, early June, and we'll go from there. We have backpack defense makeups to do. Those who were supposed to go on last Friday, they're going today. Good luck to you. I know you're going to do amazing. We have the new round of backpack defenses going on this Friday, and we'll move from there and get caught back up. Good luck to the archery team who has a tournament this weekend. Archery team here at Farnsley. Also, this Sunday at like 2 o'clock in the morning or what have you, set your times ahead 1 hour. This daylight savings time. Set your clocks ahead 1 hour for daylight savings. So instead of it'll be lighter outside and you'll get plenty of sunlight or what have you. There's an inequality field trip next week as well as a choir KMEA. And then the Saturday after, good luck to the archery team as well as they have a state tournaments at the fairgrounds. Good luck to you. Passing all your courses. Are you passing your courses? Do you need some extra help in tutorial? Well, community schools reach out to Mr. George for tutoring services. They meet after school weekly to support you with any specific needs that you have. Or there's extended school services that is offered Monday and Wednesdays from 2:45 to 4:45. Actually, I believe it's 4:45. Course recovery is offered on a limited basis. So if you are falling behind on your courses or you're receiving U's, now's the time for you to take care of those. We're almost out of the year and you don't want to be caught with multiple U's on your report card, which will cause you to repeat your grade. All right. Reminder on dismissal plan. First dismissals, first bus run riders only. And they go outdoor number 1. Second dismissal, walkers outdoor number 1 as well. But that's second dismissal. No one else should be in the hallway until it is your particular dismissal. Guess what? You need to get something from the front office. It's still there at your dismissal. You need to get something from your locker. It's still going to be there at your dismissal. Here's the plan. Here's the thought. If you're sharing a locker with somebody else and they leave at an early dismissal, get your own locker. Get your own locker. Ask for that combination again and use your own locker. By now, it is March. You should know how to use your locker by now. Doesn't take much. Third dismissal, car riders, they're outdoor 3. Second bus run to the gym. After school participants to the cafeteria. Here's a word to the wise. If you are staying after school to participate in after school activity and you walk past the cafeteria, keep going. Go home. Go ahead and go home your normal way. You are not invited to stay after school at that point. You need to go to your designated area, so that we know where you are and how to move forward so that your sponsor can get you from there. You'll be given a snack, and then you can relax and get your mind straight and get all your equipment together. And then your sponsor will pick you up to go from there. If you do not follow these plans, we don't need you staying after school. You need to be in your designated area so that we can release our teachers and our staff. We can't go home until you are accounted for somewhere else. Hanging out in the lobby is not okay. You will be escorted off property. Thank you so much for your attention to this. We just need you to go where you're supposed to go. Thank you. Eighth grade backpack defense, they're happening now. Good luck to you. Students, reminder, all 11 slides must be completed in order, at least 11, to sign up for presenting. Don't sign up for presenting if you don't have your slides done. Get it done, and your advisory class is set for this preparation. It doesn't take much. Get with a peer who has already done it, and they'll be more than happy to share this with you, okay? We talked last week about the proposal for changing school start times for next school year. Just so you know, Farmsley Middle School is moving to the 8:40 to 3:20 slot. Many high schools that our students are attending are also moving to the 8:40 to 3:20 slot. For instance, PRP or what have you, they're moving there. Male is the 7:40 to 2:20, manual 7:40 to 2:20, Butler 7:40 to 2:20, Atherton. Where was Atherton? Not really sure, but this is a look at all the different locations and places and where they're starting school and so forth. So be mindful of that, so that you know how to prepare better for next year. And it's still in proposal stage; it has not been voted on. All right, last but not least, I'd like to end with this being Women's History Month, talking about famous women in history. This is a picture of Anne Frank. She was born 1929. She died 1945. Do the math. Do the math. She wasn't even 20 years old when she died. All of her diary entries or what have you were published into a book called The Diary of Anne Frank. It's one of the most honest and powerful and poignant accounts of the World War II, and was written by a German teenage girl. The Frank family were a Jewish family living in Germany, then Austria. Throughout Hitler's rise to power and during the World War II, the family hid in a secret annex with four other people throughout the war, but they were discovered and sent to a concentration camp in 1944. Out of the Frank family, only Anne's dad survived. He made the decision to publish all of her diary pieces. The Diary of Anne Frank has been translated into almost 70 languages and is an intimate portrayal of one of the most inhumane moments in history, and is able to educate us on the universal human qualities of emotions, passion, love, hope, desire, fear, and strength. One last announcement. If you are interested in the drama club, Mr. Yankee has asked teachers to post to their Google Classrooms, asking those who would like to participate in the drama club. Learn more about Anne Frank and what difference she made in the world and what difference you can make in the world. That's all the announcements I have for you today. Remember, the difference in a good day and a bad day is your attitude. Let's make it a great one.